Welcome back to the Save Room. So, in my last video, I talked about why I am officially downsizing my 30-year retro game collection. And I talked about this concept of what I call the janitor tax. It's the trap where you spend so much time dusting boxes, managing cables, and maintaining old hardware that you basically become a curator instead of an actual gamer. Well, I'm right in the middle of packing those boxes right now and dismantling this retro setup, the PVM, the CRT, the SCART switches, the modded consoles, and it all just hit me. I didn't just outgrow the physical space that these systems took up, I outgrew the setup itself. This retro setup, it's pretty sweet. It's like a shrine of original hardware. A lot of them modded to take RGB. It's a it's the exact setup that 15-year-old me would have killed for. It's really the teenage dream of any retro gamer. But there's a massive paradox in the retro gaming space right now that nobody talks about. When you're in your teens and your 20s, even, you have no money and you have infinite time. You can sit in front of the CRT for 8 hours straight on a Saturday playing a JRPG. But then you hit your 30s, your 40s, you finally have the adult money. You can finally afford any game you want. You can you can afford all the expensive scalers, and you set out to build your dream retro setup. All the systems you want. PVMs are super expensive now. And you set it all up and you realize, when am I going to have time to play this? Between work, between the kids, the logistics of just keeping the household afloat, there's zero time at the end of the day to play a 60-hour JRPG. Here's the reality. By the time you tuck the kids in, you shower, you get ready to wind down, it's already 10 p.m. You want to be asleep by 11, so you have maybe 30 to 60 minutes before you fall asleep to play games. And you sit down at the retro setup, you turn on the PVM, you turn on the console, and watching the loading screen. By the time the game actually starts to play, you're already snoozing. Especially the RPGs. I mean, I loved the RPGs, but these days they just put me right to sleep. At 15, it was a dream come true to have a setup like this. But at 40, honestly, it still rocks, no doubt. But the probability of me sitting down and actually using it is very low. It's just more convenient to grab a Steam Deck OLED or Analog Pocket and do a quick 15 to 30-minute session and then suspend it to resume later. That's why I'm downsizing, because I realized I was holding on to this setup that was built for a teenage version of me that doesn't exist anymore. I'm 40 this year. I'm ready to just not give up, but I'll trade the dream for some convenience. That's why Mr. Analog Pocket, Steam OLED, they're my go-to now. Because to play games, I don't want a ritual anymore. It's just not realistic. I just want to push a button, play some games, put it in suspend, and resume the next night. I'm not leaving the hobby. I'm just adapting my tools so it can fit into my 40-year-old life. I know a lot of you guys watching are probably in the same phase of life I'm in. So let me know in the comments. When did you realize your gaming setup needed to change to fit your new adult schedule? Are you still running original hardware? Or have you embraced emulation, FPGA, and all that jazz? All right, thanks for listening, guys. I will be going over my collection and my retro setup and basically just getting rid of anything I haven't touched in 3 months. There's just no reason holding on to those systems. It's for someone who doesn't exist anymore. Let me know if you guys feel the same way, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Oh, make sure you subscribe.